Welcome, and thank you for joining this session on Workforce Optimization, the journey to a ready and resilient workforce, a new solution from Workday to help you optimize the full value of your workforce so that you can respond and thrive during change. Please note that we may be discussing upcoming functionality today, and the Safe Harbor statement applies. My name is Nancy Weidel. I lead product management for the workforce pillar here at Workday, which includes scheduling, labor optimization, time tracking, and absence management. Joining me is Melissa Bond, who leads our time tracking and absence product management teams. In this session, we'll look at some of the learnings from the last 18 months that highlight how HR is supporting the massive business transformation, helping businesses respond to change. We'll share how workforce optimization is key to a ready and resilient workforce, and why it's so important for HR and operation leaders, and we'll highlight Workday's unique approach. Finally, we'll walk through a 3-step journey to workforce optimization so you can begin to see how it applies to your organization. Melissa, I'll turn it over to you to kick us off.
Happy to. Thanks, Nancy. And hello, everyone. So we all experience firsthand how the world has changed in a very short period of time. For many organizations and Workday customers, these changes have accelerated and amplified the need for both keeping our workforce safe and healthy, while also trying to optimize the workforce to help us persevere through this massive change. From supporting a remote workforce, to meeting changing consumer needs, to supporting changing worker expectations, to redeploying frontline workers to new locations and roles, and jobs were already changing fast, forcing many of you to be more flexible and fluid as workers change roles and move across different teams and tasks. Operating models changed overnight to react to different consumer behaviors and needs, causing business to rethink how they are operating, including a renewed focus on health and safety. Many of you experienced dramatic digital acceleration aimed at transforming those operational models for profitability. What used to take years took mere weeks. We saw how a radical shakeup in workforce operations threw traditional planning and forecasting models completely out of whack, and clearly demonstrated the need for rapid reskilling and redeployment. An Accenture survey found that 93% of executives say their very existence today is jeopardized by operating models that can't keep up. Many businesses were trying to get through with outdated and siloed HR, workforce management, and talent systems for a world that no longer exists. In its Future of Jobs report, published in 2020, the World Economic Forum said that COVID-19 caused the labor market to change faster than expected, and in fact, was used to be considered the future of work has already arrived. That early delivery presented new challenges much sooner than anyone expected. It's no longer enough to analyze, plan, and deploy the workforce at set points in time because you don't know what change is coming next. So these activities need to be happening continuously. We call it continuous recalibration. And many of you are working really hard to improve the engagement and productivity, trying to position for the future. You're figuring out how to best optimize the time, talent, and energy of your entire workforce. When you don't have a full, accurate view of your workforce skills and costs, when you can't continuously plan and execute in an environment of rapid change, when you can't support growth at a pace needed to sustain the business, there are significant risks. From compliance, legal risks and fines, to missed profitability targets, to poor business performance, to limited growth because you can't scale the workforce, or operations at the pace your business demands. COVID amplified these risks without the ability to fully optimize the workforce. Organizations can't keep pace to support changing business initiatives. When there is friction or inefficiency in processes, when data is siloed in different locations, and when teams are disconnected, it's simply very difficult to launch new business models, redeploy workers, and support worker expectations. Today's environment, profitability, and cost containment are under extreme pressure, and success means operating at a higher metabolic rate, so you can effectively respond to change. In the Big Reset initiative, Josh Burson and team found that resilience isn't really about HR at all. It's a way for HR professionals to drive, support, and enable the business transformations that's going on all around us to help business respond to change. Resilience is very much about HR making your company resilient. How well has your company been able to move people in new positions, quickly retrain them, and get feedback on their new roles? Make them feel ready to support customers in a new paradigm. Some organizations have readied their workforce for change. They were prepared. They were already laser focused on worker productivity and managing labor costs and looking for every way to optimize their workforce to enable change. And they've been able to thrive. Here are some examples. Retailers with $1 billion in annual revenue who lead in frontline worker experience achieve $110 million in annual positive revenue impact. Companies with access to workforce analytics achieve 37% higher profit and 4 times operational income growth. And companies with highly engaged workforce show an increase of 17% in productivity. These organizations had resilience and were ready for change. So now we're going to shift gears and talk about Workday's approach to workforce optimization. Nancy, can you take it away?
Thanks, Melissa. Let's start by introducing the definition of workforce optimization. It combines the efficiency of an automated workforce management platform with the flexibility of an agile skills-based approach, so businesses can adapt in unpredictable times and quickly pivot their workforce to support change and new opportunities. Workforce optimization revolves around 4 key imperatives. The first is insights, with the solution providing the data, dashboards, analytics, and benchmarks to help you assess and understand your workforce, address skills gaps, and measure and monitor outcomes. Second is agility. Workforce optimization helps align data, processes, and technology as a foundation to support continuous change. Next is efficiency. The solution increases operational efficiency through automation. And finally, experience. The solution helps your managers and workers be more self-sufficient and empowered with a personalized, guided experience. In working with customers, we've seen that some fall somewhere on this journey of workforce optimization. It's not a one-size-fits-all, and every organization is on its own unique journey. Administrative excellence is where many companies start out. Businesses need to digitize their administrative foundation and eliminate manual paper processes and spreadsheets. They need transparency into costs. They need one source for data leading to accurate payroll and a clear understanding of workforce metrics. They also need to connect their processes and workflows and give their workers an engaging and simple user experience. Operational agility is the next level. Customers still need that foundation, but they're looking beyond for a system to provide operational agility so that they can flex and adjust the workforce to change. They want better control of labor costs. They're ready to automate a lot of the time-consuming manual tasks in decision-making, and they want a view of the skills available in their workforce so that they can accurately and quickly adjust, and they want to be able to help their workers and managers be more self-sufficient, leading to greater productivity and a better employee experience. At full workforce optimization, businesses want to continuously optimize and drive more value from their workforce. It's not a point-in-time effort. They consider their workforce a way to enable business strategy. Often they have a large hourly workforce and they need predictive abilities to forecast labor demand. They need to continually upskill and reskill their workers, and they want to provide a fantastic experience, most of it mobile, where workers can designate when and where they'd like to work, take additional learning, add additional shifts, communicate with their managers, and generally have more say and control over their work lives. We say at this level, the business is making every worker count. You're optimizing the value of your workforce, and each worker feels valued by the business. Let's look at 2 Workday customers and where they are on their journey to workforce optimization. Land O'Lakes is a farmer-owned co-op that produces dairy products and animal food, and also solutions that improve crop insights, sustainable farming practices, and business management processes. There are 684 co-op members with 9,000 employees, and they're located in 50 states and over 60 countries, and they operate in over 290 facilities just in the United States. They started with Workday 4 years ago with the goal of moving from an on-prem system and having a focus to improve their administrative workflows. All of their forms were paper-based, and they managed new hires, job changes, and bonuses over email. They started with HCM payroll and absence and achieved that administrative foundation, the first part of the journey. But they didn't stop there, because the environment they operate in continues to push them in new ways. They've since implemented recruiting, advanced compensation, talent, and Prism, and also Workday Learning and Extended Learning. They've achieved that organizational agility and are moving towards full workforce optimization. Another customer on the journey to workforce optimization is Washington State Employees Credit Union. They have over 700 employees, 21 branches, serving 270,000 credit union members. They also came to Workday initially to achieve that administrative foundation. Lots of processes were paper-based and payroll was inefficient, and they couldn't customize the solution to meet their needs. They wanted a system to help them grow into the future, and they wanted to help their employees and managers be self-sufficient. They implemented HCM, payroll, time and absence, and that vastly increased efficiencies. They achieved that administrative foundation, and today they're well on their way to achieving the next step in their journey, operational agility. As we continue to execute on our workforce optimization vision, we are focused on three things. First, reshaping and evolving our HR foundation. Workday is taking that really strong HR foundation and evolving it to better support an agile workforce, from agile staffing to agile workers to agile assignments. We're enabling fluid teams and assignments, giving you the flexibility to organize work and workers differently. Second, we're redefining workforce management. We are delivering a complete workforce management solution to help you fully optimize the workforce, combining scheduling, labor optimization, time and absence with talent and skills, and providing you with the ability to continuously recalibrate. Traditional workforce management systems simply weren't built to respond to the speed of changes companies face today. And last but not least, we're focusing on reimagining the manager and frontline worker experience, investing in meeting them where they work to improve productivity and overall engagement. The future of work arrived early, and our world has changed dramatically, and it's going to continue to change. The businesses that can harness their workforce to navigate through this change are in a much stronger position to succeed, because it's workers and their skills that run businesses, build new products and new business models, and deliver the goods and services. Your workforce is at the heart of what makes succeeding during great acceleration and change possible. With workforce optimization, you can simplify workforce operations to support higher levels of efficiency, agility, and productivity, maximize the value of workforce investment, and connect the workforce to profitability, revenue, and other strategic business goals. Thank you for your interest in learning about workforce optimization. We hope you have a clear understanding of the journey so your organization can be ready to adapt in unpredictable times and quickly pivot the workforce to support future change and new opportunities. Thank you, and have a great workday.